So, welcome back to the It's Joe YouTube channel. Hopefully you're all doing well. And in today's video, it's a little bit of a different one. And today we're going to be doing a tier list. We're going to be doing a keep, sell and loan of Wolves' entire squad for the 2022-23 season. So all the players that came in, new signings, loan players, everyone you can think of. There's quite a few to get through. So maybe a little bit of a longer video, who knows. But if you do enjoy it, then make sure you subscribe. Turn notifications on as always. Hopefully there's going to be some more random videos out over the summer. It's still football related, but maybe less Wolves related. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get straight into it. So I think you all know how it works really. Keep, sell, loan. There's 3 tiers: a keep, sell and a loan. I'm just going to put my opinion in there. Also, there is going to be a link in the description to this tier list as well. I made it myself, and if you want to go and do it yourself, then find it on the Team Maker. Shouldn't be too hard to find, but I'll leave a link in the description anyway, so you can find it a lot easier. So, of course, we're going to start off with the goalkeepers, and we're starting off with Mr. Jose Sarr. Now, Sarr's a difficult one, because he's been, I don't know, he hasn't been playing recently, because obviously we're safe, and I'm guessing Lopetegui would want to try out Bentley a bit more. But, I don't know, I feel like Sarr set such high standards last season that there was always going to be some sort of drop-off, and there has been a fairly big drop-off, I would say. Very inconsistent. It hasn't been bad, I would say, but, you know, there's times in the saves he's made where it's kept us in games, but he's made quite a few errors which have also lost us games or dropped us points. So, I'd probably sell him, you know. I'd probably sell him. Like, how much could you get for him? Maybe around 10 million. I don't know who would want him, but I think around 10 million euros, 10 million pounds, I think it's a fairly good fee for him. Bentley, I'm going to put in keep. I feel like he's done well. Could you blame him for the Everton goal? Maybe. I haven't seen it back, so I can't remember much of it, but I don't know. I feel like he's done well in the 2 games he has played. It'll be interesting. I'm recording this, you know, not long before the Arsenal game, and it's going to be interesting if he's going to play in that Arsenal game. We'll see, or if he reverts back to Sarr. But I'd keep him. I think as a backup he's done well, and I feel like off the pitch he looks like a very good person to have around the place. A bit like Ruddy was for us a few seasons ago. Sarkic, I'm going to sell him. It looks like he's going to go now. I think, why is he 24, 25 now? You know, he's going to want to be playing regular first team football. It looks like he's going to go back to Stoke. So I feel like that'd be a good level for him. We could probably get a couple of million for him, maybe. We'll see. Collins, I will keep Collins. It's a difficult one. We haven't really seen much of him, really. It'll be interesting if we'll see more of him in pre-season. I know everyone wants the left side, left-footed and right-footed centre-halves, and we probably would say our two best defenders are Dawson and Collins, you'd say. But I think Kilman has just played so much because he's left-footed. He's more natural on that side. I'd keep Collins. I would keep him. I think, you know, he's got a bright future. Boys, he's still 21 or something. You know, he's still so young for a centre half as well. And he's probably been a bit frustrated because he hasn't played a lot at all, really. But I would keep him. Now, Kilman is an interesting one because I think there's no hiding that Lopetegui wants another centre half, and it probably is going to be replacing Kilman. And you also think as well, Kilman is a sellable asset. He's English, he's at a good age now, he's now experienced as well. I'd lean just on keeping, but it's difficult. I could understand why we'd sell him. I don't think, you know, I've always liked Kilman. I think he's a good player, and I don't know, he's just been inconsistent a few times as well, and his latest performances haven't been, you know, outstanding or anything. And, you know, he's definitely replaceable. I'm not saying, you know, he's, you know, our best centre half or anything, but I'm leaning just on keep, because if we get rid of Kilman, then we're only gonna have 2 centre halves, really, 3 maybe. But I'll just keep Kilman. But, you know, I'm not against putting him in sell. Dawson, obvious one, keep. Our best centre half, probably the signing of the season for us. What was it, a couple million maybe? It's just been outstanding. He's been so good, and if Neves leaves, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Dawson, given the captain's armband. I really wouldn't be. It's just been immense. He's been so good, and one of the main reasons why we're in the position we are, and we were safe with 3-4 games to go. Next up, Dion Sanderson. I'm going to sell him. I always had high hopes for Sanderson. I thought, you know, he had a good few loans. He was at Sunderland, Cardiff, I believe, as well, and he'd done well on them loans. I thought he could come back, make an impact, quite versatile as well. Can play as a right back or a centre half. But I think now, especially when we're playing just two centre halves, I think there's no chance really he's going to get in. I could see him going back to Birmingham or Sunderland or something like that. So I'd sell Sanderson for me. Now, Cody's an interesting one. I've put him in here because it's still a bit up in the air. I don't know what's really going on with him. If Everton are going to activate the 4 million clause or something, or if he's going to come back to Wolves. I don't know, because he's not playing at Everton. Dyche just isn't a fan of him. So, and can I really see him coming back to Wolves and playing? I really can't, but stranger things have happened. I'm going to put him in sell because I could see him, like, if he comes back to Wolves, I could see him going to like Sheffield United or something now they've got promoted or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'll put him in sell for now. Totti Gomez. I'm going to keep Totti. I think he's proved himself over the last few months or so in this new left back position. I feel like he's done really well, and I feel like he's deserved a chance. He deserves to stay in this team. Again, would you really want him going forward as your main fullback? Probably not. No, he's done really well there. He's surprised me a lot, and you know, we've seen it a lot in football now where we've seen centre halves going out to fullbacks, like the main ones, John Stones, Ben White, Dan Burn, you could say as well. And we've tried it now, and it's actually worked out really well. And I'll definitely keep Totti as well. Again, versatile, so if we need a centre half, left-footed as well, so we can just slot in there. So definitely keep Totti for me. Longvoik, I'm going to put him in loan. I can see him going back out on loan to like Plymouth or something. Now they're promoted to the Championship. I think that'll be a good loan for him. Johnny, I think it's all but confirmed. I think he's still got a year left on his deal or something, but he's going to go. I think we know he's going to go. Hoover is a strange one because he went out on loan to PSV, done absolutely nothing, then went to Stoke and scored about 7 goals when he was out there for like 6 months. So it's a strange one. Hoover's a strange one. I think I'm gonna say sell. It's either sell or loan because I feel like we've seen players like Hoover, for example, Aït-Nouri, who haven't got an attitude problem, but maybe a bit more laid back. I feel like you just know Lopetegui isn't a fan of those types of players, and I just can't see them two working out. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna say sell for now. Lembakis as well, I'm gonna put in loan. Again, nice little loan into like League One, low Championship side. I think it'll be good for him. Semedo, again, keeping him. Just signed a 2-year extension at the start of the week, so he's not going to be going anywhere. Bueno as well. I'd keep Bueno. I'm a big fan of Bueno. As you saw my previous video when I done awards, I gave Bueno the young player of the season because I just think he's been really good. I can't really remember a game he's a foot wrong in a game really, and I think he's so good. He's still only 20, I think he is. I think he's so good. I think he could genuinely go to like Man City under Pep, and as a left back as well, and just perform. Could do so well. So for me, I'll keep Bueno. Definitely. Giles, again, another one I'd keep. It's unlikely he's going to go back to Borough now that they're going to be in the Championship next season. He deserves Premier League football at this point. His last 2 loans, got double figures in assists in the Championship, one of the highest assisters. He deserves to play in the Premier League. Obviously, question marks about his defensive wise because he's been playing more as a wing back at Middlesbrough. But why not give him a go in pre-season at least? Give him a look at, and who knows? Aït-Nouri, it's unfortunate, but it's going to be a sell. I love Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri is one of my favourite players. He's just so technically gifted and can offer you so much. And he's defensively really good, and attacking wise he's a real threat as well. You just know Lopetegui just isn't a fan of him. Again, I think it's the attitude, quite laid back and obviously not as working as hard as he could or as other players. So it's unfortunate. I guess the one positive to come out of it is 21 or something is a sellable asset. Probably get a decent fee for him. Lamina, keep again, like Dawson, signing one of the signings of the season, like so good, just immense. Neves, I mean, it's gonna be sell. Apparently I think they've agreed personal terms with Barcelona. I think the only problem now is kind of the figure we want for him. Swap deals, just loads of random shit going on. I still don't really know what's going on there, but it's probably going to go to Barcelona, and I don't begrudge him at all. He deserves it. He deserves to, play Champions League football. He deserves to fight for league titles and domestic cups and everything else. So you can't begrudge him at all. He deserves it. He's gave everything in these 6 months or whatever, in these 6 years, I should say. He's gave everything and he deserves it. Fully deserves it. Boubacar Traoré, I'd keep him. I think he's been out injured for a lot of this season. He came on for a little cameo against Everton. I thought he put in a fairly decent shift, to be fair, for the 10 minutes he was on. But yeah, definitely keep him. I think he's just a live wire. He's just everywhere on the pitch, and yeah, definitely keep him. Kundal, is he? I'm going to put him in loan, but I could honestly see any of these. I really could. He had a real strong end to his loan at Swansea. He done really well. I could see him being sold. I could see him being loaned out again to a Championship club, and I could also, in a weird way, see him in and around the first team, but I don't know. I'm going to put him in loan. I feel like that's the safest bet. Gomez, for me as well, keep. Just again, so good. Again, we paid a little bit more for him. I can't remember how much it was. It was around 15 to 17 million, I believe it was. I'd 100% keep Gomez for me. Again, still so young, so passionate, wants to be at the club and fight for his place. And yeah, 100%. Nunes, I would keep. Hasn't been great at all this season, I'll be honest. He hasn't lived up to the potential or anything. There's been glimpses here and there, but still not anything concrete. And of course, he's playing out of position, which I think is a big factor as well. It's a strong one, but I would keep him. Give him another season, see what he does. Maybe play him as a midfielder in a 3 or something. His natural position, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see the best of him. Mr. Joao Gomez, 5'7" of football heaven. He's gone. He's already gone, and everything going on behind the scenes, not being or not wanting to be involved. Apparently, it's a real strange end. The same with Johnny as well. So it's a real strange end to this era. It's quite a sad end, really. How it has ended. Where I don't know. There's just a little bit of friction. Us as fans don't really know what's going on at the moment. But what a player he's been. Probably him and Neves. It's hard to really put them apart, really, but. Two of the best players I've seen in Wolves, hands down. Head and shoulders above anyone else. Hodge, I'd loan him. Again, I think when he's played, I think he's done really well, to be fair. But I think a loan where he's playing regularly first team football, I think that'll be good for him. Neto, again, I'd keep. Again, come back from injury, get him a good pre-season under his belt, and fingers crossed he can come back the player we know he is. Podence, I would sell Podence, I won't lie. It's just frustrating, so frustrating, and I know he's our top goal scorer, but he's just frustrating. And again, probably someone who could probably get a decent fee for as well, being our top scorer, and he's fairly clinical as well. So I'd sell Podence. Chem Campbell, again, I'd loan him. I think he's done fairly well on his loan at Wickham. Again, maybe another League One, low Championship side. I think a loan for him would do him fairly well. Traore is a weird one. I don't think he knows what's going on, really. I would keep him. I think he's just like such a unique player. You don't get anyone like him, like ever. I've never seen anyone like him. And is he going to be happy sitting on the bench coming off and making cameo appearances? And I don't know. But for me, he's just, he could win you a game just like that. Or if you're 1-0 up and you're trying to defend the lead and they push everyone forward for a corner, just leaving Traore on the halfway line can be just so vital. And it's something very small, but you can just make such a good impact. And his pace, his strength, he's just frightening. I would keep him, but I don't really know what's going on. If we're gonna pay the wages, if he's gonna want to play more regularly, I don't know what's gonna happen, really. We'll have to see what happens. Huang, again, I'd keep him. I think Lopetegui's a fan of him, you can tell. I think he's done really well from when he's played. Hasn't played too much because of injury, but I think can be very effective. Very good impact player as well when he comes off the bench. Scored quite a few goals as well, so I'd keep him. Same for Chiquinho. Again, we haven't seen him at all this season, really, because of injury. Whether he's fit enough to play or feature against Arsenal, again, this will probably come out after the Arsenal game, so I don't know at the moment. But for me, I'll definitely keep him. I was a big fan of him. He's done well. Again, still so young as well, and definitely keep him for me. Sarabia, I would keep Sarabia as well. There's a lot of wingers we're keeping here. Again, I like Sarabia. I think he's done well. Again, he's come under a lot of stick, but I'm a fan of him. I think he's quite versatile. Can play out wide if we really need to, or in a midfield as like a number 10 maybe. Probably prefer him in a number 10 or around there, because he's not electric with pace or anything like that, or he's just it's proper. I don't know how to explain it. He's just proper Spanish. He's very composed on the ball. His touch is unbelievable. I don't know, just every it's just Spanish. You just, when you see him, you think, yeah, you are Spanish, just how you play the game. And I'd keep him. I think I'm a big fan of him. And again, Everton, he wasn't great, I'll be honest, he wasn't. Corbiano, I could see him being sold, but I'll put him in loan for now. I don't know where he is, somewhere in Germany, I think. He was at MK Dons, now he's at somewhere in Germany, I think. I know he's at Blackpool, then he went somewhere in Germany, I don't know. Cunha, I'd keep, showed a bright sparks since he's been here. Again, I don't think, he hasn't set the world alight when he's in the team, and we've got a vocal point like Diego Costa. I think it shows we're a much better team with them two playing. Fabio Silva, I would keep him. It's whether he really wants to stay. I think he spoke quite openly. He wants to go back to PSV on loan, and I don't know. It's a strange one, but he'll come back for pre-season. I'd love to see him play more, but we'll see what happens. Raul Jimenez, I'm gonna put him in sell, but there's some weird rumours going around now in the press conference. Lopetegui wants to keep Jimenez now. It's I don't know what's going on. It's just such a weird end to the season off the pitch. I just don't know what to think anymore. I really don't. But I'm going to put him in sell for now. Sasha, I would keep. Again, we saw him for about 45 minutes, and that's all he's played this season. I think he's back in... I don't think he's back in training yet, but I think he's almost there. We'll see him for pre-season. But, yeah, I'll definitely keep him, 100%. It'll be like a new signing, like everyone says. And Costa... I mean, he's literally almost confirmed it on his Instagram. He's leaving. He's already gone. They had some barbecue, some leaving barbecue, and he looked really good. And I'm quite jealous I wasn't invited. But, yeah, he's going to be sold. And there you have it. That is the end of the keep, sell, loan. Here it is up on screen. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know ones you'd agree, you disagree on, everything like that. If you want to do your own, then make sure you go do it. It'll be in the description. Or if you just go on Tiermaker and type in Wolves 2022/23, it should come up. And then tweet me a picture on Twitter or something. Why not? But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. Got a few ideas coming out for the summer, as I said. So make sure you stick around for that. Yeah, again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.